Okay, good morning class, welcome back. Today we shall be doing about, we had begun with the different types of mountains, alright. Now in the previous class we had done about the fold mountains and the types of fold mountains, like the old fold mountains and the young fold mountains. Today we shall be beginning with the volcanic, initially we had done the young fold mountains and the block mountains. Today we shall be doing the volcanic mountains and the residual or dissected mountains. So let us begin with the volcanic mountains. Now what do you mean by a volcanic mountain? A volcanic mountain is that kind of or a type of mountains that is formed because of the different volcanic activities. Alright, meaning after a volcano has erupted, it leads to the formation of a mountain. Alright, now there are two types of mountains that are formed. Now we shall be doing about that today. The first one, if you look at it, both are volcanoes, but if you look at the structure, it is different. Now the first kind of volcano is a type of volcano where the lava is extremely thin. Alright, now the first difference is that the lava that comes out of these two different types of volcano, the lava that comes out from here is thinner and it is basic, the composition is basic in composition, and the lava that comes out from this type of volcano is extremely thick and it is also acidic in nature. Alright. So let us first do this. Now because the lava that comes out from this type of volcano is extremely thin, now you know that thinner liquids spread over a larger area. Okay, so because the lava is extremely thin, as soon as it comes out of the surface, it flows to a larger area. So the area covered is extremely large by these type of volcanoes. Another thing is, because it flows away quickly, the height that these type of volcanoes reach is also not much. Okay, so first thing is the lava that comes out from this type of volcano is thin and it is basic in nature. Alright, the composition is basic in nature. The second one is, because it is thin, and you know that thinner liquids tend to flow quickly, alright, or easily, so it spreads over a larger area. The third one is, because it spreads over a larger area, these type of mountains do not reach great heights. These type of volcanic mountains do not reach great heights. That is why the height is low. Now the next point is, it has a flat top. Now why? The same reason, because the liquids, the lava that comes out is extremely thin, it tends to flow away, and that is why it results in a flatter tops. Now the next point is, same reason, because the lava is thin, it quickly flows away, so the slopes that is formed, that inclination on both sides is gentle. Alright, it is not so steep, it is extremely gentle. Alright, now in comparison to this type of volcanic mountain, now we are going to do the second type of volcanic mountain. There are two types. Now in this type of volcano, the lava that flows out of the surface, out of the interior of the earth's surface, is extremely thick. So in comparison with the first one, the lava does not flow very quickly. The level of flowing, the method of flowing or the level of flowing is extremely slow, because, and as soon as you know that as soon as the lava comes out of the surface, it tends to cool down. Okay, so when any liquid starts cooling down, now it is thicker in content than the first one, than the lava that comes out of the first one, so it tends to solidify quickly also. So as soon as it comes out of the surface of the earth, it starts solidifying. So that is why on the crater or on the opening, this is the opening. Initially it was a flat surface. So once the volcano erupted, because the lava is thick in content, it did not flow quickly. So it started the lava started solidifying at the mouth of the volcano, So once it started solidifying at the mouth itself, so this led to the formation of a tall volcanic mountain. So this is how the tall volcanic mountains were formed. Alright, so you can see the difference in height. This has a low height and this has a greater height. Now if you look at the top, see in the previous one it had a flat top. Here we have a cone shaped, slightly pointed. We have a cone shaped top, which is more pointed than the first one. Now the second one, if you look at this, the slopes are also inclined at a higher angle. That means it is extremely steep. Because it is at a great height, the slopes are extremely steep. Now if you look at the area, so this is the area covered by the volcano. So the area, because the lava does not flow quickly, and as soon as it comes out of the surface, it tends to solidify. So that is why the area covered by these type of volcano is also not very much. So first one is the top, okay, which is the shape of a cone. That means the top is not so broad. Then the second one we talked about the inclination. The third one we talked about the height, and the fourth one is that we talked about the area. Okay, and apart from that, what we talked about in this volcanic section is we talked about the lava, the thickness of the lava that is coming out from the volcano. The previous one, it is thin, that is why it spreads over a large area. The second one is because the lava is extremely thick, it tends to solidify as soon as it comes to the surface, and that is why it is unable to flow over a large area. Okay, fourth one, fifth is the thickness of the lava, and the sixth one is the lava that comes out from here is basic. The composition of the lava that comes out from the first type of volcano is basic, and the second one is the lava that comes out from this type of volcano is acidic in nature. Alright, so this another name for volcanic mountain is also, volcanic mountains are also known as Accumulation Mountain. Now what do you mean by accumulation? Accumulation means collection. Alright, accumulation means collection. So why is it known as a mountain of collection? Because these mountains are formed due to the collection of the lava that is coming out from the interior of the Earth's surface. Alright, so this is the first type of mountain known as the volcanic or the accumulation mountain, and the accumulation mountain or the volcanic mountain is also of two types. Okay, so you need to learn about the characteristics. So I've given you around six characteristics of the volcanic mountains. First question, first is what is a volcanic mountain? Why is it known as a mountain of accumulation, or why is it known as an accumulation mountain? Second type of question is state the characteristics of volcanic mountain. Alright, and the third one is state the differences between the two types of volcanic mountain, and all these questions are of 5 marks each. Okay, so now we shall be doing about the, okay, I don't need to rub this. There's no diagram for residual mountain. The last one that we will be doing is known as residual mountain, or it is also known as dissected mountain. Okay, And another name for residual or dissected mountain is also denudation mountain. Now in class 10 you've already done what is the meaning of denudation and what are the different agents of denudation. I shall be doing in short. I'm not going to go in detail because you've already done this chapter in class 10. So now we know that mountains are losing their height. Okay, mountains are losing their height because of different agents of denudation. Because of different, now let's do, okay, just a short, just for your explanation only, okay. So suppose this was initially a mountain which did not have a name, okay. Before human civilization, this was a mountain which did not have a name. Now in the chapter denudation and agents of denudation, you have learnt that erosional activities takes place. Now because of rainfall, parts of the surface of the mountains starts eroding. Another is wind. Okay, let's just do the three main ones. Now because of rain, wind and sunlight, okay, I'm not going to go in detail. Because of all these factors and because of the activities that is taking place daily, what happens is the topmost layer, the top layers of the mountains, now obviously it's going to take around thousands of years for the denudation to take place. But what is happening is these top layer, which is made up of soft sediment, okay, these top layers which were made of the soft sediments starts eroding easily, okay, starts eroding easily. And initially the height of the mountain, if this is the initial height of the mountain, after withering, after denudation, after erosion, after thousands of years, it has lost its initial height. That means it has lost its original height. And what remains? What is the remaining part? That means now after a lot of erosion, now finally the hard rocks have been exposed, because you know that mountains, they have layers, and these layers have boulders, they have rocks, they have thick rocks, they have soft rocks, they have clay, mud and sediments also which have been deposited. Okay, so now because of all the erosion, after losing its initial height, now the hard rocks are exposed, and these hard rocks are not easily denuded, or these are not easily eroded by these factors. So now the final or the residual part, that means what is remaining, is known as the residual mountain. And one type of residual mountain that is in India, that is in South India, is the Nilgiris. Alright, is the Nilgiris mountain, which is in South India, which is in Tamil Nadu. Alright, part in Tamil Nadu, part in Kerala. So this type of mountain which have been formed or resulted as a result of the different types of denudation, erosion, all the agents of erosion, then the remaining part is known as the residual mountain or the dissected mountain. So now you know why this type of mountain is also known as mountain of denudation. Now in this part you will be asked to explain the formation of this type of mountain. So you have to say that initially, before human civilization, before the development of human being society, so these mountains had great heights, because and the exposed part was soft in nature. That is why, because of the different agents of denudation, the topmost layer, which had a soft rock, soft mud, were eroded, and now finally what is left is, or what is exposed is, the hard rocks. Alright, so this type of mountain is known as the residual or the dissected mountain, also known as the mountain of denudation. Okay, so today we shall be doing only till here. Thank you.